Good evening, everybody. On behalf of On the Patio Productions, I'm going to take this opportunity this evening to introduce a brother, someone who I care deeply about, someone who has a heart and kindness and love for his brothers and sisters, someone who's joining me from Armenia, who is a captain in the Armenian army, who is home for a few short days, coming off the front lines, defending his country, his brothers and sisters, and defending the memories of our ancestors. And my ancestors, this man is Albert Papikyan, Captain Albert Papikyan, and I want to let him speak a moment, for a brief moment, as his time is valuable and very short, being at home for just a few more days, about what's really going on in the region, and the fighting, and the killing, and the murders, and the lies. And I will take a political stance. I will take a stance on kindness and humanity. I will take a stance on what our ancestors have gone through over the hundreds of years. I will take a stance that we are the first country, the first nation to accept Christianity, and that we as a people of Armenia deserve better. And if that seems harsh, well, then that it is. And that's how strong I feel about that. Albert, I'm grateful to see your face. I am sad to hear what is happening. I'm disappointed and angry that we're not getting more support and attention from our own country, our own government, our own media. But it's starting to trickle in, and I'm going to stop talking and let you say a few words and bring to light what's really taking place. And thank you for taking the time this morning for you in Armenia. You're 12 hours ahead.
Dan, hello. I want to say thank you for having me. One more time, it's my great privilege to be here. As you say, yeah, I'm back from Frontline for a few days, but the thing that the message which I would like to send in your media, in your sphere, is that it's really tough time. It's really, really tough time for Armenia. It's historical times. And there's a time that we need to be together. Armenian people, Artsakh people, a diaspora, all together. Yes, it's true. We don't have any fuel, coal, or whatever, but our unity is stronger than everything. Being together, supporting each other can serve in a great manner. So even really a small, simple act of kindness can make a huge difference. I just want to highlight this for everyone, that really we do have 10 million diaspora abroad. So really small, simple kind of act can make a huge difference here. In Frontline, the supply is in good level. We're getting everything, but it takes time, so it needs more effort to buy some more stuff to continue. It's already 37 days of war, so support is needed than ever. Dean?
Albert, with that being said, I know we have the Armenia Fund and other avenues to generate financial support that we're sending over. I would really appreciate, with all the strength that you can muster, to tell the United States, the population, the Odars, the Armenians, everyone else that does not follow this topic, can't follow this topic not being broadcast on a daily. Could you please tell the masses that might be watching, listening, this being tagged or shared? Could you please give the real version, not the media, diluted, twisted, distorted bullshit that we're hearing? please tell us what's really happening?
Yeah, as you understand, I can't go to the detail, but I'll provide you some overview of everything.
Of course.
It's really very difficult times because we've been facing to enemy, which is like 10 times stronger than us. And this is almost 35 days we are keeping up fighting them, but tough times are really very tough. So we don't have territorial benefits. So as I explained you, because of the reason that we've been facing to the enemy 10, 20 times stronger than we are. But I strongly believe that our unity can change the situation in the front line, and enemy will recognize that we will get together and it will scare them. If you go back to the past, millenniums past, during every period of our historical time, whenever the Armenians get together, we reach our goals. So this is the exactly time to put in the side of political views, to put aside of disagreements between each other, and stand together to face the enemy like a unity, like one nation. Not that doesn't matter from which locations, from states, from Europe, from wherever in the world. The key thing here is like a unity, and the history shows us whenever in a period of history we reach this unity, we reach any kind of the difficult goals we've been faced to. Dean?
I appreciate that, Albert. And I appreciate your transparency, and for security and safety reasons, I respect your answer and your diplomacy of being smart and strategic. Even though myself and others, if we could, I would have been on an airplane hours and days ago. I strongly feel that you folks need the help.
On this point, sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're fine.
You are already part of this thing. By organizing this everything, you are part of this fight, because it's not only holding the rifle and standing in the front line is meaning that you're fighting. Even sitting in a home and organizing this media meeting, which will reach a lot of people, is also being a part of this everything. And just wanna ask kindly for everyone who's gonna listen this, if anyone wants to help somehow, I strongly recommend them to use recognized, acceptable, verified sources.
Yes.
It's really, because it's so sad. It's so sad, but it's fact that here in Armenia, it's still some group of people who are using these tough times and collecting some donations, and they're serving this on their own personal purposes. That's why I encourage everyone, if someone decide to help somehow, use the verified sources.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And on another post, this will go to air shortly after we finish. On another post, I will list the verified sources that we have here in the United States that are absolutely concrete and trustworthy, to make sure that those funds that are generated and donated will get into the hands of the right people, such as the Army and the communities and everyone else that is in need. And saying prayers and demonstrations and rallies and protests are wonderful. That's great. But we need action. And for those that can't physically help the fight, we can help the fight by, even if we donated $1 or $2 times how many Armenians or non-Armenians there are in this country or around the world. And some of the people that have the strength to speak out and speak up and stand up for our country and our ancestors and our brothers. And it doesn't have to be Armenians. It has to do with being human. And I know there's always three sides to a war, and I'm hoping the fourth side will be peace soon. And the fifth side is safety for you to come home and go back to Kosovo or to another region of the world where you're just peacekeeping or working with NATO or the UN or just finishing out your career as a career army captain. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to put your face and your life and your existence into the eyes of the people that might be watching this. And that's all I just wanted to take the opportunity today, Albert, while you had the moment at home. And I just wanted to tell you that we respect and we support you and we admire your strength. And I want you to stay safe, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you for these wishes. I really understand. I really agree that by telling this to me, it touched to all the Armenian army soldiers standing in the front line today. So let them peace. May this horrible war will finish as soon as possible. And really, no one wants war. Everyone wants peace, but it's really tough times, Tim. Thanks again for having me one more time.
No, thank you for
God
taking
bless
the time.
everyone. Armenians, Artsakh people, our huge diaspora all over the world, your audience, whoever is going to listen this message. Thanks.
I appreciate your kindness and your strength. This is a very serious subject. This has nothing to do with my show or the guests of music or industry. This has to do with a platform that I wanted my brother Albert to be allowed to speak with transparency and honesty and speak about what's really happening and put a human side to something that you won't necessarily get. And so where we're at this evening with Albert being on camera and speaking, I want you to take a look at this man's face and take a look at his eyes and see the exhaustion and know that he has a family and he has love and he has kindness and he has a job. And that job was to take many, many options and avenues of doing something else, but he wanted to be in the military. He comes from a very prominent family, and he chose to go into the military, and he's standing for something, keeping the peace, keeping people safe, protecting life and property. So please pray for my brother Albert and our country and the memories of our ancestors who did not die in vain over 105 years ago. And please, we will keep you in our prayers, Albert, and we will be speaking to you very soon. And I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you being there, brother.
One more time, thank you so much. God bless each and all of you, each and all of us. And may these horrible things finish as soon as possible. Dean, thanks again.
Thank you, Albert. Please look after yourself, brother.
Thank you, I will.
All right. Thank you, everybody.